You want to quit? Pathetic. I am Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans. And let me tell you something you won't like. The moment you feel like quitting is the exact moment you're supposed to continue. Because weakness speaks first. But pride answers last. So tell me, are you weak or are you worthy? You think strength comes easy? You think power is given to those who want it? No, power is earned through humiliation, through failure, through being crushed over and over again. I know what it feels like to stand at the top and then be dragged to the bottom, to believe you are the strongest, only to realize you are nothing. I've tasted defeat, not once, not twice, but countless times. And each time, it broke something inside me. My pride, my ego, my identity. Do you understand what that feels like? To dedicate your life to being the best and still fall short? To push your limits and still lose? That pain, it's not physical. It's deeper. It's the kind of pain that whispers, "You'll never be enough." And slowly, that whisper becomes your reality. You start doubting yourself. You start hesitating. You start holding back because you're afraid. Afraid to fail again. Afraid to feel that humiliation again. So what do most people do? They quit. Not because they can't continue, but because they can't handle the truth. The truth that they are not as strong as they thought. The truth that they still have limits. The truth that growth requires suffering. And that truth, it destroys them. But I refused. I refused to accept weakness. I refused to stay the same. I refused to let failure define me. Instead, I used it. Every defeat, every loss, every moment of humiliation, I turned it into fuel. You see, losing is not the end. It's a mirror. It shows you exactly who you are. And more importantly, who you are not. That's when everything changed. I stopped chasing victory and started chasing improvement. I stopped comparing myself to others and started conquering myself. Because real strength isn't about defeating others. It's about defeating your limits. Again and again and again. Listen carefully. If you want power, you must abandon comfort. There is no growth in ease, no strength in excuses, no pride in quitting. Discipline is your only ally. Not motivation, not talent, not luck. Discipline. The ability to move, even when you don't feel like it. The ability to push, even when your body resists. The ability to continue, even when your mind is breaking. That is what creates warriors. That is what builds legends. You think I became strong because I believed in myself? No. I became strong because I refused to stop. Because I refused to accept mediocrity. Because I refused to be ordinary, and neither should you. You have two choices. Live a comfortable life and stay weak, or embrace pain and become unstoppable. There is no middle ground. So now, stand where you are. Look at your life. Look at your effort. Look at your excuses. And answer me this. When everything gets hard, when you are pushed to your limits, When the world shows you how weak you truly are, will you break or will you rise and prove that you are worthy of your own pride? Because in the end, it's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about one thing: refusing to quit when quitting feels easiest. So tell me, do you have the pride to continue or not? You think this ends with one decision? No, this war never ends. Not after one victory, not after one failure. It repeats every single day. You wake up and the same question stands in front of you. Will you rise or will you stay weak? And most people, they don't even realize they've already chosen. They choose comfort. They choose excuses. They choose to stay exactly where they are. And then they wonder, why am I not getting stronger? Fools. Strength does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who force it. Listen carefully. Your greatest enemy is not your opponent. It's not your situation. It's not your past. It's your mind. That voice inside you. The one that whispers, take it easy. You've done enough. You can stop now. That voice is your weakness. And if you obey it, you will remain weak forever. I've heard that voice more times than I can count. After every loss, after every brutal fight, after every moment where my body felt destroyed, it told me to stop. It told me to accept my limits. It told me, this is enough. And every time I rejected it, because I understood something most people don't. Limits are lies you accept, nothing more. There comes a moment where everything inside you collapses. Your strength fades. Your confidence disappears. Your belief shatters. You stand there, empty. And that's the moment where most people give up. Not because they can't continue, but because they don't believe they can. Belief, that's the real battlefield. If your mind breaks, your body will follow. But if your mind stands firm, your body has no choice but to obey. That's where warriors are created, not in victory, but in collapse. I am not strong because I never fail. I am strong because I never accepted failure as my identity. Every time I fell, I stood up with more rage, more focus, more determination, not to prove others wrong, but to prove myself right, that I am not weak, that I will not stay weak, that I will rise, no matter how many times I fall. That is pride, not arrogance, not ego, but an unbreakable belief that you are capable of becoming more. So now, stop lying to yourself. Stop pretending you're trying. Stop acting like you want more when your actions say otherwise. Because at the end of the day, you don't get what you want. You get what you work for. And right now, you're standing at a line. On one side, comfort, excuses, and weakness. On the other, pain, discipline, greatness. There is no third option. So decide. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not later. Now. When your body screams stop. When your mind says enough. When everything inside you wants to quit. What will you do? Will you prove that you are just like everyone else? Or will you rise and become something they could never be. Because remember this, a prince does not beg for strength. He takes it. So tell me, are you ready to take yours? Or will you stay weak forever?